Ahoy, hoy, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the O Show. I'm O and I'm here for your amusement. All right, you guys. So we did it. It's been a year since our last review of Wicked. Okay, first of all, I need movies to not do this whole like year later thing. If you're going to have like a follow up sequel or whatever, I really think they should do like 6 months. Like the hype is going to happen when the movie comes out. Let people buy your merchandise or whatever. And then 6 months later, okay, release the other movie while the hype is still like happening. That's just me. I don't know. Whatever. Number two. So, not sure when you're going to see this video, but this is actually a redo. Okay. So the movie was released on the 21st Friday, November 21st. I saw it the day before, Thursday. I came home, did a whole video, started to edit, and my mic was having audio issues. Like really bad audio issues. I don't know what the fuck was happening. So I was like, you know what? Let me just redo it. If you're a content creator, you probably know the struggle. So technically, this is my second time discussing this movie, which I'm not really happy about because I don't know, you guys. Like, I think I like this movie. By the way, we are talking about Wicked for Good. I liked it. It was good. But I don't know. They like rushed a lot of things. Okay. Normally, I hate movies that put too much into the movie, right? There's too much stuff happening. Now, in this movie, there is a lot of shit happening. But I liked that there was a lot of shit happening because we need to conclude the story, which is why this movie's like, what, 2 hours and 10, 15 minutes or something? But even though you're putting a lot of stuff in, which I appreciate it, some things just weren't put in right, changed, and I get it. This is not based on the original Wizard of Oz. It's based on the play, which is based on someone's book. I totally get it. But I mean, if you're going to do a movie version of this, some things, all right, we got to talk about it. Now, the first video I did, I kind of did tell you what was happening in this movie from beginning to end, but I don't want to do that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm still going to tell you what's happening, but I think what I'm going to do is kind of switch it up. So I'm going to tell you what's happening by character, because there's a lot fucking happening, like I said before, right? So we start off with Elphaba, right? The yellow brick road is being built. There are these like rhino versions of animals of Oz pulling these machines that are laying down the brick. And you got these workers who are whipping these poor animals. Animal abuse, right? And Elphaba's not having it. So Elphaba comes and she's teaching these guys a lesson to stop abusing the animals, but these fools run and tell everyone like, oh my God, Elphaba's so mean to us. She's so wicked. First of all, I like how news travels around in the land of Oz. Like, they have no TV. They have no news channel. It just takes one person to just say one thing to someone. And the whole, like, land of Oz just believes every damn word that these people are saying. So, yes. At the end of the last movie, Elphaba has been deemed wicked by Madame what's her name? Modelo? No, Morado. What the hell's the teacher's name? Okay, I'm gonna just call her Madam because I had a problem in the first video too. I couldn't. Is it Morbello? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So she's still up to the same thing in this movie too. All right, Elphaba is living on the side of a mountain somewhere like the Grinch. Okay, she has like this balcony that she can just look out on the land of Oz. And she's supposed to be like hiding, but she has like fire and lamps inside her house. Like, girl, you were just illuminating the sky. It's so funny how her little house is just set up. It's literally a tree house. It's a tree house on the side of a mountain. So anyway, that's where she's hiding out. Okay, wait. Okay, let's pause there. Maybe I do have to tell you the story from beginning to end. Okay, so now we have Glinda, right? So Glinda is now deemed Glinda the Good. And so we see that she has gifted her bubble chair from Madam, but it's coming from the wizard. So the wizard gives her this thing, which is pretty much like this sofa. She presses a button and a bubble appears around it, and that's how she's able to get around. Right? It's really cute. Ariana Grande is super cute in this movie, you guys. Now she is engaged to Fiero, right, played by Jonathan Bailey. Which, by the way, it was him, right? Isn't he 2025 sexiest man alive? Okay, so Elphaba is engaged to Fiero. Apparently, Fiero did not know this. And so now they're just planning the wedding. He's like, oh, okay. But Fiero has also been promoted to captain of capturing Elphaba, right? So there's like this squad of policemen in Oz under Fiero. And his job is just go around and catch Elphaba, who's just, I don't understand how he's going to do this. She's flying all over the place and he's on foot. I don't know. Maybe we should look up at this mountain that's oddly glowing all of a sudden because that's where she's living. Y'all, let's talk about Nessa, okay, who I can't stand. You guys, Nessa, Elphaba's sister, for those of y'all who might not know, she is a trip in this movie, okay? Trip is the wrong word. She's a bitch in this movie. I want her to die like then and there when I first saw her. So anyway, so look, you guys. So apparently Nessa has been elected governor of Oz, right? Which, wasn't that her father? So I guess, I don't know, maybe he died and then she took over. I don't know. But she's now governor of Oz. And we see that she's still messing around with Boq, right? The munchkin. So Boq comes in and says he's going on a trip somewhere. Did he even say what or where is? I don't know what he said. But he's like, I'm taking this trip, right? But then he hears that there's been this travel ban on the animals because they're still treating the animals like shit. So he's like, what? The animals, there's a travel ban. He's like, well, whatever. I'm going to go on this trip and shooby-dooby-doo, right? So he goes to the train station just to find out that munchkins have also been banned. There's a travel ban on munchkins. And he's like, what the fuck? But what I don't understand, someone please explain this to me. So what does Boq do? Like, okay, obviously they've all, I assume, graduated from shiz. I don't know how many years later, what time went by, but all of a sudden, Nessa made Boq like her servant slave or something. He comes in, he's serving her like drinks and food or something on a tray. And I was like, what in the slavery is happening? What? So Boq is working for her? Even though they're supposed to be in a relationship, but she's salty because he was leaving and he said some stuff and whatever. I don't know. Oh my gosh, guys. So then Elphaba comes in and visits Nessa. And Nessa's pissed off, like, you're helping all these animals and things, but you're not helping me. And Elphaba's like, I've been trying to help you like all our lives. And she's like, well, I want your help today. What the hell? And so Nessa's like, blah, 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 Boq this and blah, 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 Boq that. She wants to walk, pretty much. So Elphaba's just flying around with this grimoire in her hand. I don't understand why she's just, leave that shit at home, girl. That is why all this mess is happening, because of you and this grimoire. But she's just flying around with the grimoire in her hand. So she puts it down and she does this spell. It affects the silver slippers that Nessa is wearing at the time from the first movie. And all of a sudden, Nessa starts floating out of the wheelchair. And then Boq comes in, and Boq, he's heard the gossip about Elphaba, like, oh, you're so wicked, what are you doing? And Boq is like, look, I got to tell you something. So I just saw that Glinda's marrying Fiero, but I love her. I don't love you. You suck. and I'm gonna go and try to get my woman. And Nessa gets pissed off and she falls back into the chair. Now here's my thing. For the whole rest of the movie, Nessa is still in his wheelchair. But from what I understand from the first movie, once you cast a spell with the Grimoire, isn't that spell like reversible? So what exactly was she doing? Was she just floating to float? Or does she now have the ability to float? But she never floats again in this movie. So what's happening? Or did Elphaba not finish it? Like I'm not sure, because I feel like it should be half a spell instead of her like she got out the wheelchair. Maybe she was supposed to come down and then walk, but it didn't get that far. So I feel like Nessa should just be floating around this movie. But that's just me. I'm trying to pay attention to the lore of the magic. So look at Nessa gets pissed off at Boq. She's like, "Oh no, you didn't just like string me along all this time, thinking you're in love with me, but you're not. You're in love with Glinda this whole time." So what does she do? She wheels herself over to the Grimoire and starts just reading some random spell. And this is what pissed me off. This is probably the one thing that pissed me off in this movie so much. Nessa is reading a spell to cast on Boq, right? And Elphaba does nothing. Elphaba's sitting there going, "What are you doing? Those aren't the words. You don't know how to read it. You're saying the words all wrong." So now Nessa's just casting this random thing. But my thing is, Elphaba's just standing there watching her do it. Girl, if you don't go over there and push your sister down the stairs and stop her from reading out of this book, like, why are you go around the corner? I think it was on the sofa or something. How about you go around the sofa, snatch the Grimoire away from her, and stop her from reading it? She's in a wheelchair. What's she gonna do? Chase you around the room in the wheelchair? She's gonna run away in the wheelchair? You can fly. You can catch her ass. Elphaba does nothing. So what happens is this, and she ends up eventually getting the book, and I think she starts reading something too. But I guess there's two spells working against each other. I don't know what's happening. But Boq becomes the Tin Man, which was hinted in the first movie. If you missed that reference, so Boq is the Tin Man. Elphaba's like, "All right, well, you deal with that. I'm gonna go see the wizard." And she leaves. Yeah, I'm serious. That's what happens. And so now the Tin Man comes out. He's like, "Oh, revenge!" But Nessa's like, "Oh no, it wasn't me. Elphaba did this to you." And he's like, "Oh, Elphaba!" But you were there. You saw that Nessa put this thing on you. All this shit was happening when she was reading it. But now, all of a sudden, the Tin Man has Avengers out for Elphaba. Okay. Nessa's still pissed too, and apparently she was like, "Ooh, I'm the Wicked Witch of the East now." I like how like there's no one else working in this office. I think she had like one other worker there. If you're the governor, like, shouldn't there be like a hallway full of people? And no one heard her say this. Apparently she's telling us that she's the Wicked Witch of the East. But are you though? Because you, I, I feel like Nessa just dies later. That's it. She doesn't do anything. All right, next. Elphaba goes and confronts the wizard, and the wizard is still played by Jeff Goldblum, who I think really did a really good job as this character in this movie. He gets to do a lot more. And so she's talking to him, and she had already went and talked to Glinda like earlier that day. Like she's on this like weird tour. I like how she's supposed to be in hiding, but she's just flying all over the place visiting people. Like, how are people not catching her? She's literally just flying into people's windows. Fiero's doing a real banged up job of this of this job he has. So now she flies to see the wizard. And Glinda, who's like just preparing and like putting her wedding dress on and fitting it or whatever, is now in a whole nother outfit and is there. So maybe they're in the same building. I don't know, y'all. So she's like, "Look, motherfucker, you need to go and tell these people that you are a fraud." And then Glinda shows up, and then she's like, "No, but you know, we can do this together." And so this is like song they do and sing and whatever. And then Elphaba's like, "Look, I need you to free these animals, and I need you to free the flying monkeys. And if you do that, then, you know, we'll talk." Right? So the wizard's like, "Okay, done." All the animals can be free to do whatever they want. And I'm going to go ahead and let you free the flying monkeys, which is really funny because they're in this like cage, this in the ceiling of the main wizard hall, like the room that the wizard head is in. I'm pretty sure they're still in the same room. But anyway, they're being held in like this weird thing above. And Elphaba's given a key, and then the gate opens, and then they all fly out, which they have to like fly down this tunnel to get out. But my thing is, you have a whole bunch of like monkeys in a cage system on your ceiling, which means if they pee and poop, there should just be a lot of pee and just poop just falling through this grate. I'm sorry, that's how my mind goes because that's what you're showing me. How come they're just like not in a cave or in a room with a normal door? They're this thing in the ceiling. They don't poop and pee in Oz. Let's call shenanigans on that. And then speaking of the animals, so we get this scene where Elpha was flying around minding her own business, and she sees the animals are like, they're up to no good in the forest, right? So she goes down, and she's like, "What y'all doing?" And the animals are like, "Well, we're leaving. We're getting the fuck out of here." Look, y'all, like they literally just built this yellow brick road, and some animal had the nerve to like dig a hole in the road. There's this big, huge hole in the middle of the road that's literally just been laid. I'll be pissed. I'm like, well, you know what? I just spent all this time building this road. You animals are going to get it. So there's this big hole that's like this underground railroad system for the animals to go through to the outskirts of Oz. Now, I don't know how far they need to travel because Oz looks like a big ass place. But whatever, you're not supposed to think about that. So they kind of show what the outskirts of Oz looks like. And it's just pretty much a desert. I don't understand how these animals are going to be living in a desert. Like, you need food and water. So are they going to be eating each other? What are you going to drink for water? And I'm just saying, like, in the movie Return to Oz, the border around Oz, the outskirts of it, is the deadly desert. In this movie, the outskirts of Oz is the desert. Is this the deadly desert? Shouldn't you like take those books and try to do something to, I'm just saying. So anyway, the animals are going to the desert because they're dumb. But here's my thing. There are a lot of four-legged animals walking around with like book bags and backpacks and knapsacks on their back. Who put those on their back? Are you like, are the, I don't know, monkeys and what has arms? Like birds? Are the birds like help like taking the straps and because there are giraffes with big ass things around their necks and their backs. How are they putting book bags on their backs? I'm just saying. I'm trying to think what animal was like walking around going, let me help you with that. The most of them are all on four legs. Or they're birds. So that leaves the squirrels, the birds, and the chipmunks. Maybe the rabbits are helping them. I don't know. I couldn't take that scene seriously because I had trouble putting stuff on my back. How is this antelope walking around with like a hobo stick attached to his back? I don't understand. But that is literally what's happening. All right, so back to the animals and the wizard. So, the head flying monkey tells Elphaba, like, girl, you better look behind this door. So they roll this door out the way. She goes downstairs and she sees that all the animals, well, there's a lot of animals, are like caged up under, like in a cellar or something, right? Including the Professor Goat, who was voiced by Peter Dinklage in the first movie. Well, he's a goat now, so Peter didn't come back to voice him. The goat can't talk anymore. And then the wizard comes down, of course, like, oh my god, it's not what you think. And then Elphaba turns to Magneto. I mean, I know when she gets mad, like she makes things move, but it just, all the locks just start like pulling away from the cages. It was like an X-Men movie. And so they all explode and pieces go everywhere. I don't know how the wizard didn't get hit by a flying piece of metal. And the animals are all running loose. And then we see Fiero and Glinda's wedding taking place. And then the animals just pretty much like destroy it all, right? Elphaba locks up the wizard. Fiero comes in and puts a gun to her head. Glinda comes in and stops Fiero. But then Fiero's like, psych, leaving without you. So Fiero runs off with Elphaba. Glinda is kind of feeling like Nessa, like, this bitch took my man. And so Glinda's kind of like salty. And then Madam comes in and they have to free the wizard from his own cage. And so Elphaba's like, well, if you want to get Glinda is like, if you want to get Elphaba, you should use her sister as bait. So now Madam goes and she like strikes a pose and she conjures up this tornado. So, okay. Nessa, this whole time, apparently, since the Tin Man left, she's been trying to find him. So she's over here like, Boq, Boq. And she ends up in Munchkin Land. Well, there's this tornado happening, right? In the land of Oz. And what happens? A damn house falls on her head, right? Okay, so now we get into the whole Wizard of Oz introduction to Dorothy thing. Now, I do have to say, with this whole thing, I do like the fact that, yes, we now know what's happening. And hopefully you do know what's happening, because it might be weird if you never saw The Wizard of Oz and you went to go see this movie and you're like, why the hell did a house fall on this girl? So I hope you know the story of The Wizard of Oz, y'all, because they chop it up. It's not consistent from the original movie. So the house falls. No explanation on why Dorothy from Kansas just randomly, Elphaba now gets magic powers and gets a vision that something's happening with her sister involving a house and a tornado. So she goes and, sure enough, her sister's dead. And then we see the end where Glinda's like, bye, Dorothy and Dodo. Okay, if you saw the movie, did she say Dodo? Because there was a lot of noise happening. So I'm pretty sure instead of Toto, she said Dodo. But like I said, there was a lot of background sound happening, and I kind of missed that joke. And I started laughing like, and then I was like, wait, but did she though? Because I wasn't sure. Oh shit, hold on. I skipped the part. So after Fiero and Elphaba left the wizard's place, they go back to Elphaba's treehouse, right? And then they sing a song, and y'all, they have sex, okay? They don't show anything because, children. But look, y'all, Elphaba's walking around. She got no sleeves on. She's showing green leg, okay? Yeah, they bang. And then afterwards, like the next day or later that night or something, I don't know. But then you see like Fiero with his shirt off because, again, sexiest man alive, 2025 over her. Okay, that happened. Okay, so then she's like, oh, I'm getting a vision. Oh, my sister. That's what happened. So look, y'all. Elphaba's like, you gave this bitch my sister's shoes, and you just sent her to the wizard who can't do shit for her, Glinda. Duh. He has no powers. Why are you sending her to the wizard? Which, I do actually like that part, because I hate the Wizard of Oz at the end. Ooh. I didn't tell Dorothy she could go home because she wouldn't believe me. I hate that so much. So, I guess that makes sense. Glinda's just ditzy, like, yeah, just go. Just go talk to the wizard, girl. So, Elphaba's like, oh, I need to go mourn my sister because she's dead. And then all of a sudden, her and Glinda get into a girl fight. And they just start slapping each other in Munchkin Land. There's no one around. I don't know where all the Munchkins went, but it's just literally these two street fighting with no one watching. And it is like the weirdest fight scene. Glinda has no powers, so she's trying to rush her. Elphaba is flipping through the air like Chun-Li and laughing most of the time. It is the weirdest fight scene. I don't understand. Okay. So at the end of their cat fight, Fiero shows up. And then I guess it's now known that he's a traitor. And so Glinda's like, take him away. So the guards turn on Fiero and take him away. And y'all, like, the movie all of a sudden just turns violent. You just had a sexy sex scene with no sex. But all of a sudden, these people are over here like they threw his ass in a cornfield and they're about they're about to like hang this man to death. So Elphaba's like, oh my god, like I gotta do something. So she goes and she reads from her grimory and she's like, you know, they're gonna try and kill him, but don't let him die. Like, take this away so he can't feel this, and take that away so he can't feel that. And pretty much that's Fiero turns into the Scarecrow. Okay. Unfortunately, you're not gonna see him until the end of the movie. We'll talk about that. Okay, so let's pause a little bit. So, as you all know, this is a musical. I feel like all of the songs that are really popular are in the first act of this whole thing. This second movie, all the songs are just so I don't remember one. It was No Good Deeds. This is the one that Elphaba sings when she's casting the spell to change Fiero to the Scarecrow, right? I mean, she's not changed him to a scarecrow. He ends up becoming a scarecrow, but she sings this song, and I really liked her singing in this. But yeah, this song, there's a lot of reprises in it. A lot of the songs sound alike, and I was like, "Is this a new song?" Oh wait, no, they're just continuing singing this song from like 10 minutes ago. Like, I don't know, it's weird. And I guess fun fact, from what I understand, this movie has 2 new original songs, like written for the movie, right? The problem is, I mean, I have the soundtrack behind me, but I haven't listened to it since I saw the play in like 2009 or something, which I used to bump, like, you know, Defying Gravity and stuff. Like, it has some remixes on it and shit. But every other song, I'm like, skip. Okay, I'll listen to this one. Skip. Right? So I can't even tell you like what song was new and what song was not. So if you know, let me know. Like, what part of the movie where someone sings a song, is that the new song? I won't remember it, but I'll know what scene you're talking about. So help a brother out. So yes, Elphaba sings that. So I just want to throw that in there. Like, the songs, I think they're just all better in the first half. Okay, so back to Dorothy and her part in this movie. So I love the fact that she's in this movie, but the movie is not about her, right? Most of the time, you don't even see Dorothy's face. I can't even tell you if the lady playing her is a famous actress or is it just someone they found and was like, come on, girl, let's put this outfit on. You're going to be in this movie, right? And I really, really appreciate it. Like, I love me some Dorothy. Okay, I love The Wizard of Oz. Like, talk about being a friend of Dorothy. Okay, I had that bitch on speed dial. Okay, back in the day. Like, I love me some Dorothy. But I appreciated that she was not featured and all up in our face in this movie. However, we get glimpse of well, I ain't gonna say glimpse. He's in it mostly, but we have the Tin Man who eventually meets Dorothy because Nessa never found him. But he is pissed. He got no heart. He wants Elphaba like revenge. And but he is pissed to the point where he sings a song. And I get that they're giving Boq more screen time because it is Boq, right, as a Tin Man. So I'm like, okay, Boq, like, have your little moment. I get that. But man, because, you know, in the original movie, the Tin Man is just like, I just rusted. I was minding my own business and I need a heart. No, he is pissed it off in this movie, right? Then you have the Cowardly Lion, who shows up a couple times. He was in the scene with the animals when they were trying to escape through that underground railroad. And he was like, ooh, you guys, don't talk to Dorothy. Dorothy, Lord. And he was like, don't talk to Elphaba. Everyone's like, why? She's just helping us. And he was like, she took me from my home. She did this to me. She did that to me. She ain't doing nothing like that. He don't know. And then later, you think he's going to sing a song with the Tin Man, but he doesn't. I guess he's too scared to sing or something. But I don't know. The Cowardly Lion is weird. And then on top of all that, at the end credits, before I got up and finally left, come to find out he's voiced by Coleman Domingo. But I swear I only heard this lion say like I don't know, 2, 3 lines at the most through this movie. So I hope Coleman got a paycheck for this because you could have got anyone to voice this lion. That's weird. You had a whole bunch of people you were already paying in the first movie. Just pick someone and be like, you want to voice the lion? Come on, over here. It's odd. That's all I'm saying. So, and then of course, you know the Scarecrow is with this group, but you never see him. I guess they did that on purpose for you to just wait till the end, which wait till I get to the end. So that happened. All right, so wrapping this up. Oh, and by the way, too, back when Elphaba and Glinda were doing that stupid fight, I thought for sure this was really going to be the part where we see Elphaba get like just enraged and just furious, and this is really like, I'm fucking wicked now. But she doesn't. She's just like, oh, my sister died. Oh, Glinda, you did this and that, and then they do the little fight thing, and I don't know. I didn't feel the rage that Elphaba should have had in this movie. Like it was weird. So anyway, with all that said, now we get to the end, and Elphaba is in this castle. And earlier in the movie, Fiero's like, well, why don't you go to this castle? It used to be, it was owned by my parents. It has a lot of trap doors. I don't know. He put emphasis on the fact that there's trap doors. And I was like, what does that mean? Is that going to come back up in the movie? Well, it does. But so, oh my God. So you guys, Dorothy finally makes it to the castle. Elphaba is talking to Glinda and locks her in a closet. And then we only see like shadows of what's happening. So Elphaba surrenders and she's like, fuck this shit. And so she puts this bucket of water out, which I guess they kind of explain why water melts her. Like, you know, her heart's so wicked, water will, I forgot what they said. But I was like, oh, that's what happened. I mean, is it though? Like, I wasn't believing it. They were saying it. Is there proof that just because she's wicked, like you put water on her and she, I don't know. I still don't like that whole thing. So she gets splashed with the water by Dorothy and then she melts. And I feel like we were robbed of just hearing something along the lines of like, I'm melting. Oh, what a world, what a world. If there ever was a song to sing, it should have been like the I'm melting song. I'm melting. I'm melting. She killed me. I would be like, write that song. It's not a song. So Elphaba dies. Okay. And then Dorothy gets the broomstick and takes it back to the wizard. Yeah. Glinda comes out the closet. And she sees the hat sitting on the ground. But right next to the hat, you guys, is this green bottle. So the only thing that Elphaba had in her pockets is this green bottle because she's been keeping it after all these years. And then the flying monkey comes over. Oh, well, actually, no, it was the flying monkey who all of a sudden just, where the hell did this monkey come from? He just like flew in the room. You were not there, sir, earlier. So the monkey comes in and gives Elphaba the bottle. No, shit. He gives Glinda the bottle. And Glinda puts two and two together, goes, oh my God, the only other person who has bottles like this is the wizard. So now Glinda goes to the wizard and confronts the wizard. And it's like, Elphaba's dead. But guess what she had on her? One of these bottles that she kept from her mother. And now the wizard puts two and two together, goes, oh my God, I banged Elphaba's mom. That's my daughter. Oh my God, I killed my own daughter. And then Glinda starts firing people left and right. Glinda goes, that's right, because you're a bastard asshole, so I need you to just pack your shit and just leave Oz. And the wizard's like, ooger. And so he does. Then she goes to visit Madam What's-Her-Face. And she's like, look, Madam, the wizard's leaving. So with him gone, I don't know who you think you're going to be answering to. It's not going to be me. So you need to just be off, right? And then she ends up getting carried away by the monkeys. But here's my thing. Glinda is like firing this lady. But she has powers. I don't know why she didn't just cause a snowstorm and tell Glinda to get out of her face. But she doesn't. I guess all she could do is do this and conjure up tornadoes. So Glinda is now, I guess, in charge. Who else graduated from Shiz? What's everyone else doing? What are the jobs that people have? Because all of a sudden, Glinda's just next in line. So, yeah, that's how the movie ends, you guys. But not really, because when you think the movie's over, they throw a twist at you, which is Fiero, aka the Scarecrow, goes to the castle to the part where what's her face died, taps on the ground with his foot, and then she just opens a trap door, right? So here's my thing. This pissed me off just as much as like when she just sat there and watched Nessa read from the Grimoire and didn't knock her out the chair. She's in a wheelchair, knock her over. So I don't condone violence on people in wheelchairs, by the way. I'm just saying Nessa's a bitch and she needed to have something done to her. So this trap door opens, you guys. I'm not even joking. It opens like this, right? Like this. So someone goes, and Elphaba just opens the door and goes, "Who's there?" Fiero, is that you? Bitch, everyone thinks you're dead. Why are you answering trap doors? She didn't even know he was coming. That wasn't the plan. Or was it the plan? No, they didn't talk about this. This wasn't the plan. So anyone could have knocked on the door. She wasn't like cautious to be like, is the coast clear or something? Like, no, she just opens the door. But if she melted and the door opens like this, what did Dorothy see when Dorothy splashed it with the water? Should the door have opened like this? Right? I wonder if there was like a test. No, they couldn't have been a test audience. They filmed this shit when they filmed the first movie, right? Why couldn't it? Okay. And also, I mentioned this in my original, the review of the first movie, but I did see the play, and I remember everything from the first part, right? The first part's like the best part. Now, I know there was an intermission. I know I got like a drink or two. I don't know. I wasn't drunk because drinks at the concession stands at plays are like expensive. So I saw the play, but I cannot tell you what happened in the second half of that play. I don't remember shit. So I kind of went to this movie blind. Like I was like, well, whatever happens, happens, I guess. Does Elphaba live in the play? I don't remember that. I remember walking away from the play loving it, so I doubt that I would have been like, oh my god, I'm so glad she's still alive in the end. I don't know. So anyway, her and Elphaba, let's see, her and Fiero, aka the Scarecrow, who you can now see his face and what he looks like. I don't know, I guess he's okay. He's just a hot scarecrow or something. Anyway, they go off into the sunset. And when I say they go off into the sunset, they're in the deadly desert. Like, for some reason, they decide, well, I get it. She leaves Oz because everyone thinks she's dead, so why stay? So, but we see them walking through the desert. I don't know what's beyond this damn desert that people keep going to. But that's what happens. And I guess she leaves the Grimoire for Glinda. And I don't know, Glinda can now read it. I don't know, there was some magical handprints happening or something. I don't know what's happening. But that's how the movie ends, you guys. So apparently there's a happy ending with Glinda now being Glinda the Good and Elphaba screwing her scarecrow boyfriend in the desert. I don't know. Again, the movie visually is beautiful, right? I love the cinematography. I love the special effects. The CGI I can deal with it. I mean, it has to have a lot of CGI. A lot of the stuff would not work with practical effects. Like I said, the songs can't. I just remember the one from Elphaba, and I don't remember the name of it. Oh, No Good Deeds. I hate the fact that this movie is called Wicked for Good because they say the phrase "for good" so many times. Like when I buy this on home media, I'm gonna play a drinking game and just take a shot every time they say "for good." They just keep saying it over and over again. You guys, so again, this is like my second time telling you what happened in the story, and it just makes me more mad now. It's a good movie. It's fine. It's just a lot. But again, I liked it as a lot because we need to conclude this damn story. And honestly, like the runtime didn't even get me. I was invested. I just want to see what was going to happen next. How were they going to do this? How was this going to play out? And just I don't know, like the change. And I get it. It's not going to be 100%. I get it. Like, stop yelling at me if you're yelling. Probably two people are watching this right now. But I don't know. There were just some things I'm like, what? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna do these shots again. God damn it. But I was saying how in my last video I gave the movie 5 shots, right? Now really what happened was I was gonna give it 4. I rewatched it and I was just in a good mood, okay? Like Fifi was around. She had jumped up and I was like, you know what, Fifi? I'm gonna give this where is she? Hey Fifi. Say hi to the people. So yeah, so Fifi was like up over here. And I was like, you know what? It's the holiday. Let's give this movie 5. Right? Is that what happened? But child, not today. So I was giving it a 3. I'm giving the movie a 3. It's in the middle. It's okay. It's not bad. It's bad, but it's good and oh, for good. You see what I did there? So I hate to have to do this again, but cheers. So, yeah, let me put that down here. All right, y'all, let me know in the comments. Are you going to go see this movie? If you saw it, please tell me what you thought. Because I really want to know what other people think about this movie. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. Also, let me know in the comments, are you team Elphaba or are you team Glinda? Oh, that was a weak snap. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, y'all. So let me know in the comments what you thought of Wicked for Good. Ugh. I was super excited too. But anyway, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll just see you all in the next episode. So until then, TTFN.